All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up movement in Doge. Dogecoin up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up movement in Doge. Dogecoin 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here on a Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Rebound? What? Green in the crypto market? How can that be? Well, because crypto got beaten down on the day that I wasn't here. So I couldn't commiserate with all of you. Oh, Doge is dead. Doge keeps going, blah, blah, blah. I missed out on all that fun for just one day. For one day, you guys didn't do your part. You guys didn't do your part. But hey, here we are together, 1669. Yes, we're back to 1669 on Dogecoin. And get a load of this. Green. We got the crypto bubbles out again. Green. We have green across the crypto market. So you should thank me for coming back, right? Thank me. With green across the, now we got Dash, right, and ICP and some other crappy ones that ran up way too high on a day when everything should be in the green and those aren't. But yes, and here's Doge hanging out 5%, up 5% on the day. So not bad. Bonk up 7%. We like that, right? And of course, you know, we got Zach, right, 20. It just keeps going up. Unbelievable. But yeah, green across the crypto market. Bitcoin, Doge, Solana, Cardano, HBAR, VeChain doing well today. I mean, just 10% on VeChain. This is good. Good. Now, of course, it is coming up from a dip. Freaking people out. Bitcoin below 100K. Ah! And of course, it was just wiping out leverage longs. I talked about that this morning. If you watch my video this morning, I did give a whole update on what happened yesterday. So if you want to know that, you can go watch that video, because we're talking about today now and where are we going from here? What do the charts look like? We start with Bitcoin rebound. See that rebound word? That wasn't my word. That was Ben Singa's word. Rebound. Rebound. We are on the rebound. Ethereum, XRP, Dogecoin, too early to celebrate? Maybe a little early to celebrate, right? So again, we had 347,699 traders liquidated in the past 24 hours for $1.3 billion. $1.3 billion. And as someone in the chat said earlier with the early crew, again, thanks to the early crew for showing up early. Appreciate it. Where do they keep getting the money? All of these long leverage traders keep getting wiped out, and then they just keep putting in new long leverage trades again and again and again. It's like, dudes, come on. Relax. Relax. Take some advice from your friend Kriss here. Just cool it. Relax. If you just buy spot, the price will go up. Seriously, if you just buy spot, the price will go up. Leave it alone. Yeah. BTC just retested its weekly RSI support. Last 3 times it happened, Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. Right? Support, support, support. Here we go. 4th time. Let's go. Right? There's going to be a lot of that here. Look what Trump said today. Trump said, crypto takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. We're making the United States the Bitcoin superpower, the crypto capital of the world. The crypto capital of the world. Thanks, Trump. Now, why did you nuke the crypto market back in January? Please tell me that. Why did you do that? But hey, look, short term, right? if you look at the short term, you see, right? Price is going down. But look, in the long term, this is just one piece of something that could be much bigger, which is the full reversal and prices going back up. Here we are again in an upward channel. RSI dipping down again for the fourth time since back in 2023. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And is this another bounce? According to Satoshi Flipper here, the target would be $140,000 Bitcoin. I'm still bullish. I'm not ready. I'm not giving into the bear market yet. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Look again. Here's Merlin, right? We're going to zero. Extreme fear. We're going to zero. Extreme fear. We've been here before. We've already been here. Early summer 2025. Late summer 2024. Here we are, late 2025. We're going to zero. Extreme fear. Are we? Are we really? Is this what we're doing? Liquidity is still building up. It's a scare zone, though. It's a scare zone. Scare zone, right? We've been here before. Here we are again. Scare zone. Yes. Negativity across the market. And that's when it runs when you least expect it. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, right. I knew that. When all I see is fear. And as I posted on X here just before the live stream started, I posted, recently I've heard a lot of never should have bought this coin with regard to Dogecoin. And if that's how you feel, then you don't deserve to hold Doge. You don't deserve to hold Doge. I never should have bought this stupid coin. And it's like, okay, see ya. You're going to miss out. You're going to miss out. We're going to zero. Are we? Are we? Leo Trade says, look, scare zone. Scare zone. This is the 50-week moving average. I talked about it in my video this morning. 50-week moving average. Yes, we had a wick below, and now we're back above. We are back above the 50-week moving average on Bitcoin. I talk a lot about Bitcoin because Bitcoin's still 60% of the overall market, and the stochastic RSI is crossing over. It's crossing over. When did we cross over before? Well, that would have been about 4 years ago. And this is on the weekly, right? It's zoomed out. Must be the weekly. Yeah, I can tell. It's a weekly. So yeah, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, 4-year cycles. Let's go. Let's go. How about yesterday, the dip? Is that the bottom? Is the bottom in? 99,095? Was that the bottom? Are we going to cross back below 100K, or are we just moving higher? Now, that was the dip. You could have got some Bitcoin yesterday for under 100K. Did anybody do that? Did anybody get 15-cent Dogecoin yesterday? I don't know. We're on a rebound right now. Are we going to get back up to the levels we had at the beginning of the month? 110K for Bitcoin? Bitcoin dominance. Hey, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin census is saying we're going to follow the path up, like Ben Cowan says, right? We're going to follow the path back up to 66%. And I'm like, not so fast. Not so fast on this. Yeah, I don't think so. We're not going to go to 40%, but I don't think we're going to 66% either. Well, what are all the pingers going off for? What's going on here? Oh, a little red. A little red. This is just a little thing, though. This isn't some huge drop. Bitcoin. These are just some new long leverage just being put in now, and they're getting wiped out. Who's doing this? Dumb. So Dogecoin is recovering after yesterday's sell-off, right? Dogecoin's recovering. And even our friend, the Motley Fool, is like, yeah, Dogecoin is gaining ground, a day of recovery, trading for the broader crypto market. Doge has risen 6.2% over the past 24 hours, and now it's about 5%. Bitcoin up, ETH up. Cryptocurrency valuations are surging today after getting hit with a big sell-off on Tuesday. Again, not my fault. Wasn't my fault. Despite the recovery momentum, you know, we still have a long way to go to catch up. I get that. But following yesterday's sell-off, investors are buying back into both cryptocurrencies and stocks. Yes, stocks went down as well yesterday. So there were some nice short-term deals on stocks as well. We did have the ADP publish private sector jobs numbers for October, and they reported that employment in the U.S. increased by over 42,000 jobs last month. So that's a good jobs report. Again, that doesn't come from the government. That's some other group that does this. So that's good. What's going to happen with the Supreme Court and President Trump's tariff thing? We're still waiting to hear from that. A lot of forward thinking, the Federal Reserve, right? The outlook on whether or not the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates at its December meeting could be the most important catalyst through the rest of 2025 for the overall markets. But for Doge, you never know, right? You never know if Doge is going to have some specific bit of news. So, and this guy is booted. It's like, what the hell? Well, that didn't take long. He's in Never Never Land, just like that. It doesn't take much anymore. It's just like, nope. God. Oh. Yeah, we'll get rid of that other guy too. Well, I'm there. Why not? They're just dumb. You know, the markets don't always go up. They go up and down, up and down, up and down, like a roller coaster, which I showed again on my video this morning. The roller coaster. Did you get it? Right? Did you get it? I don't know. I see green. It's a green date. I see green. I don't know. I don't know about you, but am I colorblind? Right? Am I colorblind? I'm not colorblind. I see a lot of green. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a start, right? It's a start. Recovery, rebound. But I get it. People are scared. People are negative. Some are trolls. They just want to sound good. Oh, it's going to go down, going to go to zero. It ain't going to zero. Dogecoin, it's impossible for Dogecoin to go to zero. Even Cadena doesn't really go to zero. So that's just dumb comments. I don't have time for that. I know. I like my head cut off on my camera. Do you want to see my forehead? Do you want to see my whole forehead? I can do that. Or I can duck. Here, let me just adjust this just a little bit. There we go. How's that? Better? I don't know how that happens. It's probably the cat's fault. It's probably the cat's fault. I assume leverage traders get more angry with these dumps because they actually lose. Yeah, they revenge trade on the way back. They revenge trade. It's what they do. Revenge trade. But on the coin glass, I mean, for the most part, they were taking out more shorts today, short-term shorts, than the longs. So we like it when it's red on the liquidation heat map, because that means more shorts are getting wiped out. Green tomorrow, hopefully. It would be good to follow up today's good news with tomorrow, another good day. I'm actually torn on the whole Trump tariff thing. It's like, what would be better news? If the Supreme Court said Trump was wrong with tariffs and we just like don't have to worry about it anymore? Or would that be too negative because the United States is actually making a lot of money by imposing tariffs? Maybe the argument is more about prices of goods. If they get rid of the tariffs, then prices will go back down. It's a complicated thing. Dogecoin has been holding well, considering. I would think so. You know, it's still a top 10 coin. It's just like people get all upset. And it's like Dogecoin's still in the top 10. It's not like it's dropping. I'm glad I could fix the head thing. Freedom. Charlie wants to see my forefoot. There's no feet involved here today. Especially it's cold. It's cold here in Boston. There's no feet. That's like a summertime thing. It ain't summer. If the Pax cat shows up, you'll see the cat. If we get some positive news, maybe the market makers will see an opportunity to squeeze the shorts. I want to see that. Joshua sees purple. I mean, the purple box is right there. Bitcoin's about to climb back in. Doge has a little ways to go. The bottom of the purple box, I haven't moved it. It's still up here, 18 cents. We got to climb back in. Yeah, I've heard that too, Cameron. I think Bitwise and Grayscale have refiled some papers with the SEC, even though nobody's there, that basically will get them to be able to start trading Dogecoin ETFs before the government reopens. Maybe. I think that would be good to do. I think it would be more fun to have the government reopen and the ETFs launch at the same time. So there's like a springboard, like boom. That'd be cool. I don't know why the Trump coin pumps. It's typically artificial and it's probably a short-term thing. So, hey, Ander, I did a video on Saturday for my November price predictions for Dogecoin. So you can check that out on my channel, my November price prediction video. Is there a way to see futures contracts? I don't know how to get to them. There's an API that these exchanges use that CoinGlass taps into. I don't know how to get into that. I don't know. My buddy called me crying. Sunshine says, I heard it's going to zero. Yeah, just sell. Just sell. Goodbye. You think the Supreme Court will back up their boy run? It's going to be close, 5-4, right? It's going to be a 5-4 vote. Yeah, 50% down from 2 months ago. Let's bounce. I like that, Omar. Let's have a big old bounce. Hey, Adam, my prediction, we may dip, we may rip, we may do neither. That's what I was saying this morning. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of people predicting down, a lot of people predicting up, but what if it just kind of goes sideways for a little bit? Waiting. We could make another purple box down here. A new purple box. Just a little bit lower. Shaj bought some Doge on the dip yesterday. 10,000 Doge into your stash. Nice. Yes. Rodrigo thinks we need the tariff. So what's War Blaster doing, Charlotte, with the foot thing? Well, why is he bringing that up? I thought you were in charge of the feet. Weren't there statistics showing that most of the extra cost of tariffs get shuffled to consumers? It's mixed. It's a mixed bag. Some do, some don't. It's not a really direct relationship. I just walked barefoot on the beach. Oh, that's nice, Warps. I understand Trump using tariffs as leverage, but did he just go too far? Could be. Yeah, Mars, it's time. Let's go. Let's go. Dogecoin ETF with Grayscale. X payments. Doge OS, House of Doge, more stuff. Let's go. Just keep piling it on. That's what I want to see. If everything goes well with all the good news, we'll hit $10 in 10 to 15 years. That's how I'm like, Dogecoin could just be a long-term deal, and you ride the pumps, you stick it out with the dumps, and on we go. Yeah, or it's those kinds of things that Trump says about tariffs that freak everybody out. Let's hope he doesn't do that. Can't he see that he nukes the markets every time he does that? Are we booming? Recovery, rebound, but not quite a boom yet. Crypto News states if Trump loses the Supreme Court case, it could push the administration to lower tariffs, which would reduce inflation, reduce prices. It reduces prices on some things. Yeah. But again, you don't have to buy all that foreign stuff. You really don't. Now, there's some stuff that's needed for certain products that can only be bought from other countries. I get that. That's why Trump is pushing all of these companies to do that work here in the United States. Again, speaking for one who's American in the US. But it does have a big impact on crypto prices. Lower inflation would raise the odds of more Federal Reserve interest rate cuts. And cryptos do well when the Fed cuts rates, except for last week, because stupid Powell opened his mouth. Should be 6-3. I'll take that. It's supposed to be sometime tonight. They were hearing it today. That's all I know. I don't know when they were actually going to vote on what was being argued over. I don't know. The pasta salad talk going on again. Pasta salad. The poly market odds rose. I covered that in my video this morning. I did. Early next week is now the leading bet on when the US government shutdown will end. I feel like we'll do a violent rip, but probably only for 2 weeks, and then usher in the bear market. Oh, Joshua. You haven't been looking at the bigger data coming in. But global market liquidity, the business cycle, continuing on into 2026. You're not a believer in the extended cycle yet. Oh, my pinger going off. What was that one for? A lot of, it's kind of mixed between red and green. Some are going up and some are going down. It's all mixed. Trump is getting sick of the shutdown. It's politics. Yep, Kriss said it. Charlotte is in charge of my feet. 17-cent resistance. Yeah, I guess you could say that from this trading here on Monday. Let's test it. Let's test it and see. Did I end up buying PEPE? I did, Gappy. I am a PEPE holder again. Yes. I bought PEPE. It dipped into the 5s, and I'm like, okay, let's go, PEPE. I did not get this dip, though, down here in the low 5s. I'm over here in the upper 5s. But again, I was busy Tuesday. I wasn't here doing any trading. I didn't even see my charts or anything. Was not here. But yes, I did get some PEPE, Gappy. I felt I needed to have some PEPE back in my portfolio for this last run. Tariffs hurt both countries in different ways, but the idea is the other country can't absorb the pain as well as yours and will fold. Or, right, they just build a plant here in the United States. Warbs wants to see my foot again. Manel has a restaurant at the beach in Portugal. That sounds awesome. Awesome. Christian is holding, now just sitting on the sidelines, watching the show. Not a bad way. Not a bad way to go. RA Productions, I'm going to make a phone call and end this shutdown tomorrow. Let's do it. DB, you don't get the foot thing? Yeah, me neither. If I'm ever in Lisbon, all right, Manel. Bar do Fundo. Well, now here it is, ever ingrained on this live stream, so anybody can come back and look it up. In Lisbon. All right, Manel. Philip says, I think we're just starting a bear market. There are many people calling for that. And you look at some of these charts and you're like, well, yeah, eventually one of these bounces is going to be the last bounce, and it's going to start going down and enter the bear market. But we got a lot of permabulls on crypto Twitter, and they think this is the bounce and we're all going higher, at least for the next 2 months. So that's what we're watching. Dr. Doge, hello. Smash them, guys. Subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Sunshine. I had a lot of catching up to do from yesterday. A lot of catching up to do. And that's the other thing people forget, David, is that the United States has been tariffed by a lot of these other countries for years, and we never reciprocated those tariffs. And then Trump starts it, and it's like, oh, Trump, oh, going to cause inflation, but price is going to go up. And it's just like, other countries, right, have been having to pay more for U.S. goods being imported, into those countries. And so the imports are down, our exports are down because of it, because people don't want to pay that much. And the previous administration never even talked about this. So, Trump maybe took it a little too far, in my opinion. Extended cycle, blah, 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 anything can happen. That's true, William. That is true. We don't know where this is going to go. People keep asking me, like, what's the price going to be at the end of the year? I don't know. I have no idea. Could be up, could be down, could be the same. But right now, we got a lot of pinging going on. Up and down. There's some stuff moving up. Some, oh, there's one, $1 million one on Bitcoin. We just had $1 million trade get wiped out on Bitcoin. So yeah, they're still hunting leverage trades. There's some hunting going on, but these are like short-term things. I mean, this is a 30-minute chart. So sometime in the last couple hours, somebody opened $1 million long leverage trade on Bitcoin and it just got wiped out. What's the price going to be at the end of the minute? 1669. 1669, Ron. Or Ryan. I do not think the bull market is over. Hey, believe me or not, but I don't think it's over. The bear virus has infected Joshua. Ah, sorry to hear that. But you think there'll be one little last pump for you to like take some profits, huh? I wasn't here, exactly. I could, and neither was PaxCat. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hi. You want to say hello to everybody? You want to say hello? Don't step on my keyboard. That you know that. Just hang out over there. Thank you. Call a doctor if your green candle lasts longer than 4 hours. I know, Megal, right, Beeb? Megal. $1.32 for Megal. Almost in the 120s. It's close. Megal time. Yeah, Jason, it feels like a long time. I mean, look at the crypto bubbles, Jason. Green. Oh, look at this thing. Soon. Where did that come from? I think that's what a lot of the pinging was people are trying to short this thing that's up 200%. Soon. And it keeps going up. Soon. What market is it on? Soon. It's on Kraken. Yeah. So there should be a chart for it. 200% for soon. Pop, 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 pop. Hello. Hello. Well, War Blaster, I got your green candle right here. It's called Soon. There's your green candle right there. Boom. 200%. Now it's coming down. They took out enough shorts and now it's going to come back down. Be careful with these things, guys. Well, thank you, Manel. I know un poquito de español. Un poquito. Beeb's down 25% on my Doge bag. 50% on Pengu, not worried. Holding strong with conviction. We were talking about conviction the other day. Good. Conviction is a good word. Romario, you're measuring from the top. You can do that with any coin. Measure it from the top and it's down. So be careful. It's not sustained though. You do know cryptocurrency, right, is very volatile up and down. You're always going to have up and down swings, especially with alts. We talk about that all the time. If you're worried about a 60% down, then just sell and get out, right? Go buy bonds, right? Because crypto's too volatile for you. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Joshua, on your break, wanted to stop and wish everyone a happy Wednesday. Awesome. You're paying massive tariffs on coffee. Maybe you should get some different coffee. I don't know. Just seems like one of those things that if it's massive, you should choose something else. No miner yet. You missed the minute chart. I know, right? Hey, when the volume is up like it was yesterday, right? When I wasn't here, we could have had the minute chart going, but I wasn't here for that. You sit there and stare at the minute chart. I know. Yeah, I talked about that too. Joshua, I talked about that too. He made too much of a big deal of the tariffs. He should have just started them back in March, April, just start them and then leave it. It is the full moon. That is correct. We do have the full moon. And there's somebody around who's like thinks that the price is going up just because of the full moon. Believes in the moon things. I'm just like, okay, let's do it. Fine by me. Full moon, let's go. The Pex Cat was here. I try and do what as he wishes, but not on my keyboard. He could mess up the stream. I can't have that. Charles doesn't think the price of goods has gone up so bad. Raul Paul is still talking about the banana zone. Really? He still believes in the banana zone, which was a figment of his imagination. You wish you had a Pex Cat of my own? You want this one? Do you want him? I know Charlotte's got dibs on him, but I don't know. Where are you? First come, first serve. Pex Cat's so cute. You can have him. Oh. Stay away from soon. That's what I say too. It must be soon. Gaps will be filled. I don't know. They don't have to be. You think Bitcoin's going down to 93K? You think Bitcoin's going to 93? A tiny rebound and then a dive in the next week or two. Anything can happen. The amount of cryptos now on Robinhood has made me focus on the originals, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Doge. Nothing wrong with that, Eric. I'm probably going to also sell my Litecoin and then just have Bitcoin and Doge. Bitcoin and Doge. I don't know who's calling for a bear market. I mean, I guess there are some out there, but I'm not. Straight to zero. Not Doge. Doge. It's impossible for Dogecoin to go to zero. Literally everybody would have to sell every Dogecoin for Doge go to zero. Seriously, everyone. And that's just not going to happen. The time difference thing, Charlotte, is a figment of imagination. You must have the willpower to overcome it. Kriss, sell, sell. No, I wait for the big green candles. Big green candles. Sky limit. I've done my price predictions for both November and the end of the year. Previous videos. I even revisited end of year possibilities back in the beginning of September with my 2-year outlook. You can't just throw out a number. There's so many reasons and options and like all that stuff. There has been correlation. So it's like this time, hey, If a full moon means the price is going to go up, then I'll take it right now. Let's go. I want it to be more than a correlation this time. Oh. Ali, we don't do that kind of politics here, so please don't. You can't sleep when it's a full moon. Too bright? Too much light coming in through the window? I take back scat. I was first. Seattle, long ways to go. On the whole other side of the country. I was hoping you could just come by and pick them up. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. Oh, that's right. Ryan is a Seattle fan. That's right. Gene, I can't be talking about that. Predicting if it goes down, how low. Nobody knows, okay? Maybe I should just stop doing predictions because nobody knows, right? All these guys do all of these like charts and things just to show patterns, but nobody knows what's really going to happen. So to predict like $140,000 Bitcoin, it's just as good a chance as 140 and as 40,000. Who knows? Elon, take us to the moon. Last year, on this day, I bought 10,500 euro of Doge at 16 cents. Past roughly 2 weeks, I had 33,000 euro, but didn't sell at the top. Only sold at 29 cents. And here we are accumulating. Yeah. Captain Kirk actually liked all of them. Yes. Exactly. He likes the green one too. He likes all of them. Still have my Doge forks. Big Dog thinks yesterday was the bottom. Hope the government shutdown ends soon. So do I. So just politics, just get it over with. Stupid Schumer and Jeffrey's letter this morning calling it a GOP shutdown. It's like, no, that's so stupid. The Democrats are the ones who have been voting no, not the Republicans. Never stop predicting. I know. It's edutainment, right? It's edutainment. Will there be another Black Friday ledger sale? Probably. Yep. There probably will be. Ledger Black Friday, last Friday in November. Can I check the Bitcoin heat map? Sure. See what's going on with these stupid leverage traders. Because the pinger's still going off. Yeah, there's still some down here. 100,000. Bitcoin doesn't seem to be the one they're going after right now. They got one big Bitcoin trade. More on ETH. Yeah, it's still not that much on ETH either. I guess it's just all that, all these new tokens. Yeah, Doge doesn't have much either going on the liquidity side. Not much there. The bear packs. I'm not related. Dems trying to destroy the economy. It's their only hope. Oh, David. Yeah, interesting. They're going to start with New York, right? They're going to start with New York City and then work their way from there. Oh, God. Chadwick, how are you? Recovery a bit today. If you didn't see, right? Green day today. A lot of green going on. Especially this thing called soon. We took a look at. Crazy. Soon. Woo! 250%. Be careful, everybody. But if you're all loaded up on this, and you loaded up yesterday, down here at like 70 cents, and now it's at $2.50. Whee! A good day for Doge would be opening up the government and then Elon announcing X money. I would love that, Gene. I would love that. A little profit taking here and there, not a bad idea, William. The same old people. I know, here we are, still hanging out. Yeah, Shahryar. It seems that Mumdani has some, let's say, some ulterior motives probably, and how that plays out in New York City is going to be interesting. Again, he's a mayor, so he doesn't get to decide everything, but I mean, there is still a state house, right? For the entire state of New York. He can only do what's in New York City. And even then in the city, there are other people who are involved who vote on things. And it'll just be interesting to see how it works out. But socialism tends not to work well in large cities. So you make everything free, right? Like all bus fares, everything's free. Well, then how does that all get paid for, right? That's when inflation goes up, because you're having to raise taxes most likely in order to pay for everything. And in the end, people will just start leaving. They just don't want to deal with it, and they'll leave. And then New York City will become a crap city. If you buy Pengu, buy it now. Don't wait till it's 3 cents. It gets to 3 cents, I'm going to be selling, big dog. I have my Pengu. Charlotte just bought more Pengu. Yeah, I didn't buy any more. I bought some PEPE. Yeah, I have money. Bought some PEPE. Chadwick, do you believe it? I bought PEPE. Yeah, I don't know about this dollar party this year, Gerard, but I guess you never know, right? I don't know, Matt. X money, it's on its own schedule, regardless of whether there's a government shutdown or not. ETH needs to break. Yeah, ETH had a big retrace here yesterday. That's a lot of green or a lot of red candles in a row. Down, 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 down. Actually hit down here at 3,050, below 3,100 on the dip. Yeah, that's not good. Dogecoin to $1. It's a saying, Logic. It's just a saying. Personally, no. I hope it turns out for you not as bad as I think. Thank you. I hope so too for the people of New York City and how that may roll out across the country in major urban cities. I mean, here in Boston, we have a pretty socialist mayor, but not as bad as Mamdani. But we'll see. He's just starting now. Hey, Daniel. You like for the TA, Doge community, when it comes to politics, I don't get the same sense of confidence. Yeah, I'm not a politician and I'm not really into politics so much, but I'm aware of it. So, yeah. That's why I try not to talk about it too much. Not really my thing. Javier bought some Zone. Zone seems to be waking up to $1.20 today. So we'll see whether that keeps going up. Because it was like $1.02, and I was like, man, that doesn't look good. But back to $1.20. The Doge cruise, I know, right? When the government reopens, I believe will take a few months to see the top in crypto, which would lead to an extended cycle. Christian, I think that is true, but it's not just because of that, but also quantitative easing isn't going to start until early 2026. The liquidity cycle in the United States is going to follow. So yeah. Chadwick, you still have a little Doge left. Awesome to hear. Maybe you should just keep it for posterity. And it's like, yeah, I got Doge. I hold Doge. Ah. Swing trade. This is such an uncertain market, Campo. I don't know. I mean, how do you know? Like when the government shutdown is going to end, crypto will probably pump on that news. And what if you're in the middle of a swing trade there and you miss out? What the heck is a pengu? It's a little blue and white penguin. If you're down and you believe in the crypto that you've bought and you think the prices are going to go higher, then yes, you can buy some at these lower prices and bring your average down. Yes. Well, that is the big question, Raison, isn't it? Is Elon going to send us to the moon? He threw out another hint the other day. It's time. When Elon says it's time, it's like, oh man, that's juicy. Come on, Elon. Jacob picked up 60,000 Doge. Extended cycle is pure hopium. We'll see how it plays out there, Chadwick. We'll see how it plays out. Yep, and I agree, Eric. The last cycle was artificially high for many alts because of the stimulus checks. Agreed. Yeah, posterity. Got to hold that Doge for posterity. William, I find out a lot of people put in a lot of money at once. Hard to bring down their average. Yeah. Got to layer in like you layer out. Your Doge cost is 0. Ah, yeah, so you're all in profit. Awesome. The mini alt season started a year ago. Yep, that's Trump won the presidency. Alts took off. We need a new catalyst like that. Is the end of a government shutdown enough? Probably not. You need something on top of that, which is strictly crypto, preferably Doge. Chadwick, he just mentioned it the other day. You missed that. It's time, he said. It's time. When it comes to taking some profits, I always let everybody know. Yep. Pasta. Austerity. I hear there's pasta being made somewhere. Someone's making some pasta. Hope it plays out like last year. I know we need something, though. We need something. You love the suspense, Christian? We're waiting. We are waiting. What we need is an end to the repeated bad news. I know when things start going bad and then it's just pounded on by more and more bad news, that doesn't help. You get this cascading effect. That's what we had. So, no, more like 30 to 50 cents, not $3 to $5. That whole $3 to $5 thing, that's pure hopium at that price. At this point, because Doge isn't going to be on it when it launches. But it could definitely pump, but not like $3, not that kind of pump. That would be way too much money, and just is not enough money around for that at this point. Elon doesn't even mention Chadwick. Crypto is considered a risk asset, so as long as we live in times when Trump can randomly do things whenever he feels like it, investors move to safer assets. That's why gold has been ripping so well. Exactly. You bought some fart coin, hopium face. I have not looked at the fart coin chart in some time. How's it doing? 27 cents. Yeah, we had a purple box for fart coin as well. And I mean, everything dropped out, right? But we did look at this about a week or two ago. But yeah, that's a big pullback. And it's back in the range of the price that we saw back in March. In the April dips. It's almost like all of this just never happened unless you took profits. We thought we would hold $1. I thought it would maybe dip to 95 cents. And it just kept dipping. So that's tough. 27-cent fart coin, though. Looking at the chart, that's a good price. Anybody who bought after March or April bought at a higher price than you did. $16.69 for Doge. Green on the day. We need the bullish engulfing candle, so we need to get at least above 1675 from the end of the day on Monday. We need to at least get over 1675. Yes, Charlotte, and get into the purple box. Gotta get back in the purple box. Get back. Smoked hash pasta salad. Whew. Yeah, Mark, a lot of people are speculating when that could actually happen. I mean, why not Friday? Why do they have to wait till Sunday? Dogecoin would have to be accepted as the currency of the world to get to $5 to $10. Currency of the world. I mean, that's billions of dollars. Tens of billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars going into Dogecoin to get it to a price like that. That's crazy money. At this point, I'll be happy if we reach 40 cents. Ecstatic for 50. We are here. We are in November now. First in, first out. That's right. If you bought at 40 and you start selling at 30 and thinking you're making a lot of money, you're actually selling the first stuff for a loss. That actually kind of helps you tax-wise. Think about it. Yep, he is the wild card, that Elon. Well, Gene, we would think that Doge would have that capability. Us all holding Doge become rich just because of Dogecoin. But it's still a long ways away from that. You can't find the recent Elon post. Wow. Only me. You need to go onto my X Twitter page at KrissPax here, because I post all of this stuff. And then you scroll down, because I did this on Monday. You scroll down. Hey, who is that guy? Who is that guy? Oh, where was it? I went past it. That was the Shopify thing. Right there. It's right there. November 3rd. So go look at that on my X Twitter page. Purple. Or hideously bad inflation. Yes. Right. Agreed. Agreed. Hideously bad. Right. The extended cycle is the chance, Chadwick. Extended cycle, baby. Thin order books, yes, but you need hundreds of billions of dollars to get Doge to that price. Hundreds of billions of dollars. They're not going to burn Dogecoin, Mark. Nope. They are making a stable coin onto the Dogecoin blockchain, though. I've heard that. So that may be the future for payments. Yeah, and that's the problem, right? You pull your calculator out and you start doing calculations on unrealistically high prices. Not healthy. The last chance to sell, Khan says, could be this next pump to 20 cents before the bear market takes over. 5 cent Doge, huh, Khan? Going back to 5 cents. Wow. And where better to have your money than in a place full of community, share in the ups and downs? Of course, I'm glad to be part of it. I know we have the supermoon happening tonight, and we want the price to super boom, right? We need the price to moon up, and it's not doing it. Who was the guy? Gappy, right? Was it Gappy who was doing all of the moon cycles? It's like, okay, we're here now. Let's go. Let's go. Davin in the house. Gifting memberships. Thank you, Davin. Who got the memberships? Francisco. Name Kian Army. Mainly music. Mr. Gold. Jimmy-O. All memberships. Thank you, Davin. Very generous of you. Why use the stable coin? Because the stable coin would rest on a layer 2, more transactions per second than you could have with just Doge on the Dogecoin blockchain. That's what it's about. More transactions per second. And then they roll up and settle on the Dogecoin blockchain. That is the idea. Been seeing too much red lately, so here's something green. I like it. Thank you. The chart I posted a few months ago where I showed when Bitcoin made new all-time highs, but Doge did not, in November 2021, looks like that's played out again. Maybe. We'll see, Con. There is something to that, no doubt. It's been a weird cycle, though. Are they taking out shorts now? Nope, some more longs. Arizona doesn't change time. You're confused. Right? I changed. Yeah, Arizona. Why? I mean, the whole United States should just abolish daylight savings time. Just get rid of it. It's dumb. Stick with Bitcoin. Yep. And that's what I bought before the PEPE. I bought Bitcoin. I sold peak, bought Bitcoin. And then on the dip, I bought PEPE. So I can, when prices go back up, then I can roll the PEPE into Bitcoin as it outperforms Bitcoin on the way up. I get more Bitcoin that way. Yep, they should abolish it. Kriss is in the twilight zone. It just is what it is. It doesn't bother me anyway. Charlotte thinks the time change from the UK to the US is going to be a big deal. And just like, it is what, just, if you don't make a big deal out of it, it's not a big deal. That's a quote. That's a KrissPax quote. If you don't make a big deal about it, it's not a big deal. You can quote that. You don't fancy round tripping 75% again? Yeah, I get it. Bitcoin probably go higher tomorrow. Well, it has to because of the supermoon. 5 p.m. Hello, darkness, my old friend. The goose. I like that. Ruben thinks we're going to have more dippage down to 12 cents on Doge before we pump. We're at 1666 now. I'm like, nah, maybe yesterday was it. 15.2. That 15.2 on the dip there. Maybe that was it. You feel like you get an extra hour of sleep in the fall. You feel like it, but reality. Chadwick looking for exit points. I get it. We'd like it to be high, though. Old Indian saying on life daylight savings, leave it to the white man to cut 2 inches off the top of his blanket, sew it to the bottom, and think he has a longer blanket. Oh. For some reason, yeah, not so good about that. If I decide to move over the pond to the US from the UK, which place would you recommend moving to? Huh. Okay, you love Trump. All right, do you love warm weather or cold weather? We got to narrow things down here, me. Warm weather or cold weather? That's all I need to know is what you said there about Trump, and then warm weather or cold weather. Warm? Well, then Florida is the place for you. Florida. It doesn't have to be South Florida. It could be Northern Florida. That's where you want to move. Look around the Tallahassee area. Ryan also suggests Texas, a good choice as well. Depends on whether you want to be somewhere near an ocean or you like to be in the middle of nowhere. I mean, in the middle of Texas. That's two good choices there. Right. If you don't like Trump, you are welcome in Florida. He says he likes Trump, so Florida. But Texas is good. I know, right? Right. You like the dry heat in Arizona? It's hot. Arizona's hot. If you like the cowboy hillbilly thing too, then yeah, Texas. Go to Texas. Maybe Dallas if you want a city, but I don't know if you like the city or the country. Indiana has corn, lots of corn. You had a great holiday in Fort Myers, and then a hurricane came. Right? Got to stay away from those hurricanes. Andrew, I bought into Dogecoin at the beginning of 2021. 2-cent Doge was my first big Doge purchase. Was at 2 cents. And that Doge I sold at 42 cents. So that was a pretty good return. 2 cents to 42 cents. Very happy in Hawaii. It's getting cold here. We're going to be in the 30s next week in Boston. The 30s. And those aren't lows. Those are highs. It's going to be cold. Lucky? Yeah, there was a little luck involved, but I was watching the markets. It wasn't like luck. I mean, I did buy, and the price did go up, so maybe a little luck involved. Your average is 16, Ryan? Debating? What do you do? I know, right? What do you do? Yeah, I've told the story a number of times, Ander, of how I got into Doge. I was swing trading stocks. I knew about Dogecoin from the summer before, from summer 2020, but didn't buy any then. And then because of all the meme craze with GameStop and AMC in January 2021, all those Wall Street Bets Redditors, when they couldn't buy GameStop anymore, they all of a sudden were saying, well, we'll just buy the heaviest shorted cryptocurrency. And at that time, it was Dogecoin. And they said, we're going all in on Doge. So I bought Doge. So there was some method to the madness there. You're getting snow in Ontario? We're not getting snow. It's just going to be windy and cold here. Windy and cold. 5 cents to $1 will be nice the next bull run when they turn on the money printer. Yeah, what'll happen next cycle? But we're all thinking this cycle right now. This cycle is still alive. That's what I say. This cycle is still alive. But man, the pinger just keeps going off. These leverage traders just won't stop. They just won't stop. Bitcoin, ETH, Bitcoin, ETH. It's all Bitcoin and ETH. They don't stop. You think it's cooked, Con? I'm not ready to give up on it yet. Low roller thinks the bear market is now. I'm alive and kicking. Are we seeing the right chart? I mean, you zoom out a little and it's like slowly drifting up. We're over my support line that was resistance here. Overnight, it was resistance, came up over. Now it's support. So we'll see whether it holds. low roller, it wasn't really. I mean, they were blue states and blue cities already. So Democrats just won where they should have won. So it wasn't like there was a huge upset or anything. So not really a spank. It depends on, again, what news you listen to and where the news comes from. A blue state elects a Democrat governor. Well, duh, it's a blue state, right? It all depends on how you look at things and what news media that you're listening to. Your next lower high pump will be the end of the government shutdown. And that's what we'll look at, Con. Exactly. What happens then? And what else is going on? How will the markets react? Definitely. Well, ETH was still, for me, was 6666 was my target for the top of the bull cycle. Now at 3420, 6666 may be very hard to get to, but that was my bull market top. 6666. We'll see if we can get back in the purple box first on ETH and take it from there. That would be past its all-time high, which was just under 5,000. But yeah, if it round trips this whole thing, comes back down to like 2,400, 2,500, where it was back here in June, then yeah, all this is wiped out. I know the Zcash chart is crazy, low roller. I know. We've been looking at it before. It's crazy. I'm not allowed to miss another live stream. Yeah. Yeah, the Monero thing, that comes and goes. Right now, the privacy coins, including Zcash, are all the big rage right now. I think that will slowly die off again. Things come in cycles. They come in waves. I've seen it before. Music, all is well. The Dems spanked themselves. For those that voted for now, they have to live with it. They don't know what they voted for. They really don't. William staying away from Zcash. Yeah. It is it is quite the chart. We had a purple box going for a while and it just blew the lid off it. This was the Zcash purple box and it just like, nope. Monero got delisted. I remember when that happened. But yeah, this is looking toppy to me. I mean, come on. Very toppy. $30 next week. I didn't say that. Is that what you're thinking, Dylan? I didn't say 30-cent Doge next week. I said 30 cents was the last run we had in September up to 30 cents. And that's the last time we had the RSI dipping low, crossover on the stochastic RSI, and Doge went on a run. And that was also after we had the golden cross, which was on August 12th. I talked about this in this morning's video. We got the golden cross on August 12th, and then we had the big run up to 30 cents. Now we are facing the possibility of a death cross coming in the next few days. Death cross is coming. Prices below both the 50 and 200. That's not good. Not good. Tom Crown was on. Good. Good for Tom to come on. He normally doesn't come on Tuesdays. He had an extended stream. All right. So I'm glad somebody took my place. Bullish catalyst, government shutdown ending, altcoin ETFs, China tariff deal, QE. People aren't bullish enough. That's what I keep saying, but people don't want to listen to me. I bought the Doge dip 3 times this week, Joe DeBenny. Out of dip buying money now. That's rebounding. That's what we're trying to follow through on. Doggy not good today. Pepito, it's green. Today, yesterday not good. Yesterday not good. Today, good. I know. Socialism doesn't work. Holding Doge through the turmoil. I'm DCAing, but thinking, how long should I hold? Yeah, and we're going to be watching when the government shutdown ends, like how much pump are we going to get? Hey, Pax get. How much pump are we going to get? What's the market going to look like? How do things look then? Because right now, things are kind of depressing. I get it. Would $100 of PEPE make much difference in DCA? I don't know. How much did you buy for your 0001 average? How much do you already have? Tom got wrecked on a leverage trade. Oh, yeah. He shouldn't be doing that. Yep, the magnet is still there. We put a good word in for you. Thank you, Campo. The good news doesn't matter in a bear market. We're not in a bear market, Con. Officially, we're not in a bear market. Yeah, I mean, it didn't matter. That mayor race didn't matter. The Republicans totally messed it up. And Cuomo becoming an independent and running as an independent, that independents don't win. And a lot of people didn't like him because of what he did when he was governor. Can't wait for the live stream when the government reopens. I can't wait either. I cannot wait. If it works, it'll spread to other states, but it won't work. Low roller, it will not work. There's no chance in hell it's going to work. New York City is going to be a shit show. Not going to work. How low do I wait until I finally give in and declare a bear market, Con? Hey, it's a good question. No doubt it's a good question. But I'll continue pointing to Bitcoin. Again, even though alts perform worse on the downside, I will continue to watch Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is what determines what's a bear market, not the alts. The alts are always going to do this, up and down, right? Huge swings. You can't determine a bear market in crypto by an altcoin. So I'm watching Bitcoin. And as long as Bitcoin's not in a bear market, I'm not worried. Yeah, just do a search on Twitter, ex-Twitter, Gene, on Mamdani, New York, and you'll just get flooded with reports. All right? It's all politics stuff, and I don't want to talk about it here. Right. If you think we're in a bear market, then just sell all your crypto and get out. Doesn't do any good holding it. Sunshine's right. If you think we're in a bear market, why are you holding any crypto? You should get out now. Seriously. I know if Anthony was here, he and Khan would be like... So if Bitcoin dropped down to 93K to take out that other CME gap, then what is Bitcoin's next move after that? If for all of those TA guys says those CME gaps need to be filled, once Bitcoin goes to 93K, what's its next move, up or down? That's what would determine it for me. If it goes down, all right. Just do Mayor, New York, Gene, and you'll get the Mamdani spelling. BTC around 60 grand, right? But that's the low, right? That's not when you think it becomes a bear market. What Khan is asking is, when do you think you're going to call a bear market? That's the more important question to ask right now. Not how low you think it's going to go in a bear market. Don't cry, just buy. New York ate my problem. Right. What was that song? I got so many problems and you're not one of them. Something like that, right? You're not my problem. But we must have conviction. Yes. No, I get it, Con. You've round tripped before, so have I. I round tripped that Doge. Yep. But at this point right now, it's a very conflicted market. So we gotta get through all the crap and then see what happens. Right. And there's always CME gaps that aren't filled. Exactly. But these people, oh, it has to fill every time. No, it doesn't. I don't believe it does. But that's what I'm going to be looking at on the Bitcoin chart. If it goes down to 93K, what is its next move, up or down? If it's down, I'll say bear market. No conviction, get out while you can. I know there's these people who come up with this every time though, William. It has to fill the CME gap. I'm just like, yeah, no, it doesn't. A lot of people have PTSD, yes. And those same people have been all wrapped up in this 4-year cycle kind of mentality in October, screwed it all up. Totally screwed it up. Because every 4 years, October is green, except this year. We're special this year. I'm watching that W moving average. If it can't close above it, I'm getting out on the next rally. The weekly moving average, yeah. 50-week moving average, right there. Bitcoin is right at that average. So on Sunday, right, the end of the week, if Bitcoin is below that number, let's call it 102.8, right? 102.8. If Bitcoin's below that number and closes the week underneath that line, you're calling it. Oh, getting out on the next rally. Yeah, because it has wicked before, right? And it was wicked and it's wicked. And then before that, we go back to 2021. Well, you know, the first time it closed Yeah, the first week that it closed below the 50-week moving average, December 13th, 2021, it went down to 46.8. The next week, it spiked up to about 50K. So that would have been where you would have sold using that thinking, right? Right. Closes the week below the 50-week moving average, then moves up, and you sell on that so-called pump, whatever. Well, that would have worked in 2021. Yep, that would have worked. It's a good thing to look at. That's a good thing to consider. But it has to close below the 50-week moving average first. I would see the bottom for Bitcoin closer to 38K. And then you'll be buying in for the next cycle because we like to gamble. I stay in no pain, no gain, or something like that. Arnold telling that in his fitness, right? No pain, no gain. I remember that. Yeah, Riptober. Exactly right. No, you can't have it both ways. Low roller. We had another guy saying the supermoon is when crypto spikes. So it can't cause a crypto crash and spike at the same time. Yep. Closes under it, con. Yep. And then wait for the next rally. And then exit. Chaos says if it already goes down to 93, you're already too late. Except for the TA guys say that the CME gaps need to fill before it goes higher. So that would be 93K. So what does it do after that? Getting fully out on a tiny BTC pump rally makes no sense if you're that deep in. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I know. Hey, skin or sink in toaster. That's what I always say. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but we look at previous trading, we look at trends, we look at the news that's going on, and we at least try and guess from that. Some take that information and think we're in a bear market. Some think we're in a bull market, and some think we're just trading sideways in a crab market, like me. That's where I think we are. That's why I have these purple boxes on my charts. Yes, we're a little bit on the downside, lower part of the purple box. I think it's going to come back in, and we're going to continue chopping sideways. We need that big catalyst, that big next news to get this to pump again. You realize Bitcoin is only down like 16, 17% from its all-time high. That's not much. People are acting like it's the end of the world. Now it is for some alts. It's down a lot more. I get that. But not Bitcoin. Compo. My birthday is November, so it's going to be an up month. I like it. I like it. William is not selling in the red. So Just Am Me reported this morning on Fox and Friends that only an estimated 12% of voters voted. Yeah, that's the apathy in politics, is a lot of that. Many people just don't care. They get what they get though, right? When you don't vote. Yeah, gappy. There you are. That's what I was remembering. That's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, how can one say it's going to go down and someone else saying it's going up for the same indicator? I'm waiting for the big pump. It's like, come on. You said it was going to pump. That's not a pump yet. Not a pump yet. But we are, on Doge, we are bullish engulfing yesterday's red candle right here. I'll take that. Let's go. 1676. We're right above 1675. Let's go. Bullish engulfing. We're deep in the market cycle. I get that. Bear market here wouldn't come as much as a surprise if it started. True. We've had that before. But there are a lot of other indicators that are still talking about good economic stuff coming forward. And I'm not giving up on that yet. Hey, Aussie, welcome. The Mega Millions, hey, I don't watch it anymore, low roller. I'm out of the lottery business. Totally out of the lottery business. I don't really care anymore. Sorry. Just, we had fun with it for a while, and now it's like... Elon, where are you, man? I know, right? It's like, come on, dude. Pump our bags. Come on, Elon. Pump our bags. Yeah, May 2021. That was a big pullback. Huge pullback. Doge, even more. From 73 all the way down to like 16, 17 cents. Huge pullback. Still went higher. Now, Doge didn't go back to a new all-time high, but still went back up to like 35 cents. Best I could get was a day of green. We wanted it to pump, though. Supermoon pump. Come on. It's a supermoon. It's called a supermoon. We should have a super pump. It Doge to 40 cents. We'll take it. Let's go. Like right now. Let's do it. We'll all be selling. We'll be all like, all right, I'm out of here. It could be, Marlon. We could be stair-stepping down. That is true. We could be stair-stepping down. You're right. That's possible. You're hoping for Moonvember on the 10th. 5 more days, right? So that'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The super pump on the super moon. When we look back at this time in a few years, this will all look like a huge bear trap. It could. You know, even the stock market turned back around today. Green candle. Green candle. NASDAQ was bullish engulfing today. So, you know, that's there. It's a thing. 1678, Doge creeping up higher. Yeah, so far CZ has not been pumping our bags. He's only looking out for himself, also. Like the Trump coin, too. The 26th of November is your anniversary. Big green candles for that day. Well, of course. You were trading NASDAQ futures. Tom Lee predicting 7,500. Yeah, we looked at that. We looked at that the other day. And that doesn't seem like a wild number. It's 6,800 now. But he's also talking about like $15,000 ETH. That's a bit of a stretch. CZ's busy liquidating longs. Right. He's protecting Binance. Exactly. Trying to pump Aster. But a lot of Aster traders aren't buying it. They're like, no, not trusting that. The more you zoom out on the Bitcoin chart, the more bullish it is. Well, yeah, these are these same things, right? Just bounce, bounce, bounce. Could just be another bounce and goes higher, right? Yeah, it's kind of interesting how October ended up being reverse correlated almost between crypto and stocks. It is kind of interesting. Money was rotating out of gold into stocks and not into Bitcoin and crypto. Kind of interesting how that happened. Right? People lost confidence. Crypto did not pump in October. And then with the government shutdown extending and all of that, just not good. So yeah, we got to get through that. That's for sure. Jordan is going to give up on his thesis if the 50-week moving average. Yeah, because that's a sign that has worked over time. Yep. He's going to give up on his $10 trillion market cap for crypto. Yeah, Tom Lee's not fudding ETH. He wants the ETH bags to pump because he owns a crap ton of it. Yep. But right now we can enjoy these green candles, green day for a day, right? Just for a day. Give us a day, right? A day with some green bubbles. It's like, okay, don't have to be all bearish. We got some green bubbles today. Well, no, he's thinking QE, but QE is delayed this year. QE is delayed. So I don't think Jordan's thesis is done on December 31st if the QE isn't starting until January or February. So, and there's a lot of people that are hitching their train to that, which with the cycle extending into 2026. I don't know what the soon coin is. Soon, right? I have no idea what this thing is. Never heard of it until today. But man, was it getting traded? Let's see what the latest is on Soon here. $4 million in leverage trading on Soon got wiped out today. 4 million on Soon leverage trading. Because Soon was spiking up, then it started to come down, taking out a lot of long leverage trades, and then spiked up again to take out more shorts. $4 million on something we've never heard of. And it's still going on. But they're just 4,000, 5,000, 3,000, 1,000. It's all these little trades. And they're just continuing to get wiped out on Soon. And they all pile up to $4 million. These aren't the whales that are doing this. This is retail. $4 million. And Giggle too, whatever Giggle is. That's pulling back mightily as well. Giggle. Hey, Raiden, how are you? Welcome. Soon it will be gone. Good night, sunshine. It's the smoked hash and pasta salad will be done soon. I like that. Raiden off in far off land, the Tangier side of the world. Justin soon. I like that. A soon Nami. Oh, God, you guys are great. A soon Nami. Oh, he expected 10 trillion by December. I'm sticking with the QE. Gappy says Asian pump tonight. Well, they should celebrate the supermoon with a big pump, shouldn't they? Soon. Is it a meme coin? I don't know. Soon we will have a new member, Raiden. I like that. A gifted membership from our friend Raiden. It goes to Ardos202. Ardos, congratulations. VP said he's going to be completely broke if we don't get alt season. Yeah, I don't know how to help him. I can't help him. Should we retest 17? Sure. Let's do it. It's higher. Yeah, we looked at this earlier. 17 is a point, right? That that Doge was trading at here on Monday. So we could have a little resistance there. So let's get over that, retest it as support, and shoot for 18, penny at a time. Can we start climbing back up a penny at a time? 17, 18, 19. I'd like that. We did that over the summer. Remember that? Those were good times. I want to see that again. But right now, this is looking like a rebound and recovery from yesterday's dip. And so, you know, on the short time frame, this is charting well. And on the daily, it is, albeit slight, a bullish engulfing candle, higher than where the day started on beginning of the day Tuesday. So, I mean, there's some signs there that maybe this rebound recovery is actually happening. The government reopening is positive because it takes out market uncertainty, Brett. That's what it's all about. Markets, it doesn't like the uncertainty. And then following that, yes, ETFs for crypto will be rolling out. Crypto is going to be all over the news. So everyone will start trading again. A lot of people just waiting to see what happens with the government shutdown. Ardos, yes. Congrats. Doge is the way. Raul Paul's trying to find any bullish hopium he can. I wasn't listening to him in 2021, so I don't know that he called that. I heard a lot of people were calling for 100K back in 2021. There's a lot of 100K, and they think Elon messed it all up with his Tesla thing that he did in May. Basically stopping Bitcoin payments for Tesla cars that he had started back in March of 2021. And then there was the whole Chinese mining thing, which is a recurring thing, but that was big at the time too. And that huge dip just took a lot of the wind out of the market. But it came back. Just like the flash crash we had back on October 10th, took a lot of wind out of the market for October. So we ended up with a red October because of that. Doesn't mean it can't turn around in November and be a green month. Could still happen. The government shutdown needs to end. Get that uncertainty taken care of. And then all the other good stuff can come about. Yeah, don't F it up. I do remember, Ryan. Except he didn't say F. He said the whole word, right? Bad in the banana zone. Still waiting for that banana. We had a half a banana, at least for Bitcoin. But he was on the whole theory of Ethereum and Solana, SWI, and it just didn't happen. It was supposed to be happening now, and it's not. So here we are. Nope, Trump cannot sign an executive order to reopen. Nope, he can't do that. That is the money that Congress is in charge of. That's why we have different branches of government. Congress deals with the money. Hey, Metal. I fear we may fall into a cascading Bitcoin prices that keep chasing the new leverage longs. I know, right? The shorts are building up too. And we would think that they would find opportunities to go after the shorts. We want the opportunities for them to go after this, right? We want that. Let's go. Let's just go do it. But the market is being a little stubborn because of the uncertainty around the government shutdown. Just get it done. Let's move on. That's bananas. Raul Paul was the reason I round tripped. We're about the same price a year ago. Yeah, we just don't have the election and the whole Elon Musk Doge thing that happened last November. We don't have that now. Yay. I know, Ryan, right? Checks and balances. Yay. Just close your eyes and buy. It's politics, Aussie. I think it's worse now than it's been in years past. I think it's worse now. It's like really bad what's happening right now. It's really bad. And they're just, the politicians just battling over just so they can say, look at me, I won. You were freaking out yesterday, Miguel? Scared you a little bit? Well, like we say, right? If the crypto markets are scaring you, maybe you shouldn't be in them. I mean, that's true. You shouldn't have too much money. You shouldn't be leveraged. You shouldn't be any of that. If you can't just ride through it. Do the leverage trades expire? Not that I know of. It might depend on the exchange, but I think they just stay open until you close them. And you have to add more money to keep them open. That's my understanding. I've never done a leverage trade, nor do I want to. Put the bubbles on a dartboard and then throw 3 darts. Whatever it is, you just buy it. Well, you could have done that back in 2023 And you'd be like me with a portfolio that ended up all in the green because you were buying at the bottom of the altcoin market. The bottom of the altcoin market. I mean, my portfolio is still up 150% right here. I put in 10,000. It's now at 24,800, almost 25,000. So still up 150%. And that was like, we were just buying whatever the chat suggested along with Dogecoin. And the portfolio's up 150% still. Yeah, Ryan, for me, that was more of a joke. It was like, maybe I might try it on something. It wouldn't be Doge. But now I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not, and I haven't seen bull run around for a long time. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I've done well this cycle. I'll sell when I can on the other stuff. I'm still in the green on most of my trades. So just hanging. Now we'll see when my accountant tells me how much I have to pay in taxes, and I'll be like, oh, right. There's that part of it too. There's that part of it. What will Dogecoin be at tomorrow? Probably right around where it is now. I'm predicting a crab market again, just a little lower than my purple box. Kind of where I think it's going to be. Not way up, not way down, just sideways chop until this government shutdown ends. That's where I am right now. Choppity, choppity, chop. Not good to be scared or panic in the crypto world. Agreed. Delton, the shutdown is costing the U.S. economy $15 billion a week. And yeah, Congress doesn't care about that. They don't care. They want to look good. Let's blame the other side. Yeah, Miguel, sorry. I told everybody I was going to be out on Tuesday. So I would have loved to have been here, but I couldn't. I was busy. Didn't even have charts. Didn't even know the prices had dipped until like 9 o'clock last night. And then I opened up my computer and I was like, oh shit, look at that. Yeah, I didn't even know till 9 o'clock last night that that's what happened. And all over X, it was like, blame Kriss. I was just like, what did I do? Oh, right. It's all my fault. Hey, but here we are to live another day, and the market is green today. And again, on the short term, this doesn't look bad. Recovering from the big dip yesterday. Yeah. Sure, Raiden. You want to see the purple box? Got the purple box for you. It's up there. Purple box. So this is Dogecoin. Purple box goes from 18 to 21. And that's where we were sideways for 3 weeks from October 10th. That was 3 weeks of time right there. Unfortunately, we came out of the purple box to the downside. But this could be a short-term dip and we could climb back up. Bitcoin did not fall as much and is much closer to getting back inside its purple box. So we will see how this goes over the next few days. Get this government shutdown ended, right? Polymarket thinks it'll be done by Monday. That's what most of the bettors are now. So yeah, let's do that. Even my PEPE is up. I just got the notification. PEPE up 9.6% in the last 22 hours. Yay, I bought some PEPE. It just looked too good. The PEPE just looked too good to ignore. So yeah, I bought some PEPE. It's recovering as well. Green candles. Buy the dip, Zane says. Buy the dip. Given what has been going on, the crypto market stood its ground fairly well. Well, Mark, you say that. There are others who think not. It's always Chris's fault, even when it's not. Thank you, Doug. I love you too, man. Blame Kriss. Hashtag blame Kriss. You also bought PEPE? Yep, I bought some too. I made good money on PEPE last year. It's like, I'll do another swing trade and I'll buy PEPE. YouTube cracking down on content creators lately for their crazy talks. I heard that. I don't know where YouTube actually gets to the point where they're taking down content or even taking down channels. I don't get it. I just keep doing my thing. I'll just say what I say and do what I do and keep things real. Most of you appreciate that. I just got a notification about the DB Cooper case that may finally be solved. Where's DB? Where's our DB? He needs to know this. I know. Last cycle was totally different for Dogecoin. It's not this cycle. I don't see it. Unless only one person can make that change, and that's Elon Musk. Seriously. If Elon wants to pump Dogecoin could go up 100%. Easy. Without it, that's not going to happen. Mm-mm. 16-cent support. If we get to 19, end of the week, we go to the moon. Elon announcement will happen in December. All right. Elon announcement in December. Zane has said it. Let's go. I need some food stamps because I spent all my money on crypto. Well, you only get half. You only get half. Time to try fasting. Oh, can't even afford to buy spam. What are you going to do without your spam? Yeah, Trump has not been good for the crypto market this year. Not at all. We're waiting for those catalysts, Mark. Yes, we are. Do something, Elon. Do something. 100% pump would be 33 cents for if Elon does something, and a lot of people will be taking profits then. So thank you very much. I will take that. That's about the price where I sold a lot of my Doge back at the end of January to buy the house. That was all. That's where Doge was. You happen to have some? Hey, pasta salad's a good thing. Oh, prices. I'm about to eat steak, potatoes with gravy. Elon watches my stream. Hi, Elon. I waved to Elon. Spam and eggs. Yeah. The rates, the QT, the tariffs, and then the government shutdown. Messed it all up. I know. I was pointing to November and December to start taking slices for profits. Still could happen. Trump is the wild card. If you're watching, Elon, please and thank you. Exactly. Be cool to get Elon to join. Hey, Elon's always welcome. I have a way to invite him in on the stream, have as a guest. Elon is always welcome to come on board and talk to the best Dogecoin family there is on the interwebs. It's right here with you guys. I know. Elon loves his little clues, right? Loves his little clues. I get to ride. Yeah. I'll find out for sure in March, Ryan. I will find out for sure. Dan and your hens with the eggs. You get eggs. Yeah. It's on like Donkey Kong. Rate cuts and the QT came too late. Come on, Con. Extended cycle. Come on, say it. Extended cycle. Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it. Extend that cycle. Extend. Raiden. Elon, do something. Thanks, Raiden. Do something. He's watching from the moon. Yeah, that would be epic. That would be epic to have Elon on. But yeah, he's not going to do a whole thing on crypto, Doge, and all of that. Don't see that happening. But that would be fun, wouldn't it? That'd be quite a story. Right. When the weekly closes below the 50, that is a sign right there, right? What happens if that happens? Yeah, I don't want to see that. Trump can help crypto by saying no capital gains. There were these rumors over the summer that they were going to do no capital gains on US-based cryptos. With the debate over whether Dogecoin was a US-based crypto or not. Even though Billy Marcus said, I made it, and I was in Oregon when I made it. But things like XRP and Algorand and Hedera and others that were US-based was like, okay, that could be a thing. Haven't heard any talk of that, though. That all just kind of hushed up. Yeah. All right. Well, that's what we have. We're at 1675 here. So decision time for Dogecoin and crypto. What's going to happen? But hey, it's a green day today. I like it. I'll take it soon. Just disappeared out of the top 100. Gone. So it must be crashing. Yeah, so recovery day, rebound day, whatever you want to call it, that's good. We'll see how this goes rest of tonight and into tomorrow, of which I'll be back again tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and hope everyone has a good evening. Or for those who are already on Thursday morning, have a good day, and we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.